Love you. Whoa, whoa. Oh my God. Who else? All right. You there? audios, but I don't hear anything. Was it working now? Hey, Dragon! Is it better now? Can they hear now? Oh boy. I mean, you know what? It's a start. By the way, like the first podcast I ever did last week with my two amazing friends, Mr. Psycho, Audio's back. Yay. Um yeah, I was literally so nervous. My wife had to give me alcohol to calm my nerves. She literally gave me Kraken. I drank half a bottle of Kraken during that entire stream. Oh yeah, I got some left. Ah. I'm very happy to be here. Uh, so we can only hear you though. I don't know if it's on me, but Freestyle can't hear you. Oh,
All right, can you hear
the
me now?
the beauty and curse of streaming, man, never fails. Never fails. Happens to me all the time. Only here in Hobo. Oh.
All right, how about now?
I'm sorry.
Oh, mic is. My mic is up. Discord's picking me up. Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
there we go. See, you can always count on Miss Dragon. She's always like the one who's like, I can hear you, I can't hear you. Do this.
All right.
It's always nice to have the dragon's wisdom.
Oh yeah. Take three. Oh, I'm loving myself every minute of this. Okay, I am sitting here with Twitch streamer, TheHoboLegend. How's your streams going?
Really good, actually. Now that I've gotten a better job, I've gotten better at a schedule, so my streams are starting to do a lot better. I don't stream on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Um, family days and stuff like that. But other than that, I can't complain. I'm having a great time.
Well, I'm glad to hear. What type of streams do you usually do? Like, I right now I have a highlight of you playing Ark Survival.
Yep. Me and the nation recently got a Arc server up and running. It's light role play, a little bit of role play, and it's very fun. We're having a great time with it. I'm the blacksmith of the of this world, and I make stuff for people, and it's really kind of kindled my love for Ark again because I got burnt out on it for a while, and this is an interesting way to play it. Even though it's a light role play, I'm hoping one day to get into like a full role play stream.
Well, with your red beard and the blacksmithing, is your character a dwarf?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I made him short but extra thick.
I mean, you have to be to run a forge.
Right. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I'm actually starting to branch off a little bit. On Thursdays, the main focus is actually doing Let's Plays, and eventually those Let's Plays are going to be moving over to YouTube. So I'm trying to branch off a little bit into unknown territory.
That's cool. Yeah, on your channel right now, you have a series going, which is Resident Evil 7 Village. Is it 7
Um,
or 8?
it's 8.
8. Resident Evil 8.
Yeah. That's actually what I'm gonna be doing tonight after this amazing stream. I'm actually gonna be playing Resident Evil 8 and continuing it. Hopefully, I won't be too buzzed. But if I am, it's gonna be fun because did you get to watch the last one? Because something really funny happened in the last one.
No, I did not get to watch it fully. I started it, but then had to head off to bed for my job.
Yeah, yeah. Towards the end of it, something happened, and I could not help it. I started laughing so hard. There's like a mini boss that hits you. He's a werewolf. He's a like this huge werewolf, and he was chasing after me. And I got on the ladder, and I realized that he couldn't get me. And there's this like little thing of him just constantly running, but him getting nowhere, and he couldn't hurt me. And it was literally one of the funniest things that's ever happened in Resident Evil for me, besides Chris punching a boulder. That was good too.
Wow. Oh,
I I plan on doing all the Resident Evils if people want to watch it though, because I have been playing Resident Evil since the first one came out in the 90s.
all right. So, how would you. Hold on. All right, okay. Mod telling me that he's gonna lurk for a little bit. That's perfectly all right. Today's gonna be a chill stream. I don't imagine I'm gonna need any moderation. Hopefully not.
That's why you got my people in to help you out, I guess, because you got Wrecker and Dragon. Wrecker is the carefree one, but Miss Dragon she'll steer you in the straight and narrow though.
Yeah, Scrub Lord, he's very good. I've known him for a little while. We've played D&D together.
Oh, nice. I
And
love me some D&D.
oh yeah, hopefully we can start up another campaign up soon. Hopefully.
I was actually I actually mentioned it in my Discord that I really wanted to get a bunch of people together and do a D&D. It's been a long time since I've been DM, but Mr. Sid or Critical Kid or Sid, I'm used to calling him Sid or Hudson or you know what, whatever your name is. He was with me for my best D&D we ever did. I was very proud of it. It lasted for quite a while, and I would like to bring that magic back. It's really fun to get a bunch of friends together and just, sit back, have fun. Freaking amazing camp. It's just thanks, man. I appreciate it. Funny thing is, though, is I don't know if he's ever told you about that campaign we did. Has he?
uh, we've talked about multiple campaigns, so he may have. It's very likely.
Well, well, one of the things that I was very proud of is everybody spent an entire day making characters, their backgrounds, their lore, literally the whole 9 yards. And literally the first day I killed everyone.
Wow, right off the
I I,
bat.
I killed everyone. And I made everybody wake up like 20 years later. It was great. It was great.
All right, so let's talk about a little bit of your past. Like, what got you into streaming?
um Funny enough, I think everything is gonna go back to Sid. Um Growing up watching, people play video games and stuff like that, like I really enjoyed it, and it's something I always wanted to do. I've always wanted to not necessarily stream, but I've always wanted to make content for people. But the problem is I'm very lazy.
I understand that. That is a big mood right there.
Yeah, I was very lazy. But it's a dream that I've always had with to do stuff like that. Like
Thank
I
you for the
can't tell
follow,
you.
Kiwi.
Oh, nice. Hello. I can't tell you how many times that me and Sid would just sit down and brainstorm and just talk about our dreams, like him going full awesome manga artist, and of course, I'm tailgating them because that's just I'm there in the corner, and me doing stuff like this. the stories though is something that we've always had a strong passion for.
Yep. We that's actually something that we discuss a lot is old stories, new stories, how we can
Yeah.
incorporate them all together and make one massive story that, start to finish.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. One of the things back to your other question, I would say that probably got me into wanting to be a streamer. I really just wanted to make people laugh. I've been told on numerous occasions that I'm a complete freaking idiot. And a lot of the times that comes off to make people laugh. And making people laugh is something that I very much enjoy to do.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I was kind of around little while back, not when you started, but I hopped in every now and then.
Oh yeah.
Back when you was actually streaming on Mixer.
Yeah. That was a while back.
Yeah.
That was
So how did that transition affect you?
um the transitioning from coming from Mixer to Twitch hit me really hard. I wasn't that big, I've never been big. I don't consider myself a big streamer by no. I don't even consider myself a little streamer. I'm just kind of like that nobody in someone's butt crack. But um, I had 210 followers on Mixer before it shut down, and I was very adamant about those 210 followers. Like those were 210 people that actually gave their time out of their day to watch this dumb fat guy with a beard, play video games. And when I had to start all over again, for a while, it really hit me hard, and I didn't know if I wanted to continue streaming. Like it really got to me. Um, but I had some really loyal people like Miss Dragon who followed me over, and their support is really all I needed to light that fire in me again. But I would say for a week, I really considered just stopping streaming for good.
Yeah, a major blow like that could definitely throw some people off.
Oh yeah,
But going from 210 on Mixer to the
to
swap over,
zero.
now 243 followers.
Yeah.
So not only did you make it all back, you've actually gained some.
Oh yeah, and I'm very proud. Everyone who follows me, I try to get as one on one with them as I can and let them know that hey, their voice matters. That's the reason, like in the nation or my Discord, that the nation, that's the reason I got suggestions for games and stuff. Like, I want to make a community where no one judges you. It's kind of like a safe haven for nerds and people who, I guess, are considered an outcast by normal society.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the name Hobo Legend? That's been a thought that I've been trying to figure out for a little while now.
He's not in the stream right now, but I was playing Apex with a good buddy of mine. Yeah, his name's Brutal, and he was the initial person who really lit the fire for me to start streaming. If it wasn't for him lighting a fire under my ass, I don't think I ever would have started really streaming. He helped me out a lot, and yeah, he means a lot to me. He's a good guy. Um, but I was talking to him one day, and literally for an entire day, I was just going over names in my head because I wanted something that wasn't hard to remember and something that would actually be pretty catchy, but also something that actually was part of who I am, you know?
So you're a hobo?
Uh, actually, yeah, I mean, I was. Like, that's one of the reasons I chose the name. I actually was a hobo for about a year and some change. I was homeless. And I wanted to take a bad situation and I wanted to make something good out of it.
And that's understandable and actually quite commendable.
Appreciate it. Oh man, the memories, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a rough time in my life, but I am a firm believer in you can either choose to bitch about your situation or you can try to make something good out of it. And I really wanted to be in it, like, if I can inspire anybody to do something, then I consider it a win at the end of the day. Because all I am is just is a bald fat guy with a beard on the internet. So,
Well, as a upcoming bigger streamer,
uh,
there's some very common questions that people would ask who are getting started, like how do you build up your fan base?
that one's hard. I'm not gonna lie. That one's really hard. I'm still learning it myself. Being very consistent is one thing. Trying your best to establish, um, I guess establish an identity where people can feel safe or where people can feel like, hey, this guy actually has, mm, how am I gonna put that? Actually will listen. Like if I say, "Hey, could you play that game?" Like getting trying to get one on one with people is one of the ways that I found personally help, and also trying to be a part of other communities. Showing other communities, "Hey, I'm not just here to try to get people to." Watch me on YouTube, but I'm actually here to try to meet people. That's actually one thing I started doing. I became part of a really amazing group called VR and Pancakes. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
I actually just recently heard of them when they gave you the shout out.
Yeah, they're amazing. I love VR and Pancakes. A very, very good community. I'm not a VR person, but the community is absolutely amazing, and um, they make you feel very welcomed. And because of them, I've met a lot of awesome people, and also they help each other out. They got a little like pool that's up where you can see all the members who are streaming. And when I end my stream and I need to go raid somebody, I'll try to raid one of them or somebody that chat um recommends to go help them out. And a good thing that I would recommend to any small streamer is trying your best to give back, even if it's not a lot. Like even if it's just you going into their stream and watching them, it goes a long way. A little bit of love goes a long way, I think.
Yeah. And as Sid says, plug, 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 plug. It- but yeah, interacting with different communities is really good networking. Not just hopping in and saying, hey, I'm a streamer, come watch me, but actually hopping in and saying, hey, I'm enjoying what y'all are doing. And later, if they give you the chance to plug your channel or whatever you do, that's just an added benefit. You go into communities
Oh
not
yeah.
looking for people, but to grow yourself.
Oh yeah, like it's so funny because the the first podcast I ever did, I had Blitz and Psycho, two amazing people. They're very dear to me. Everybody in the nation is very dear to me. I take it as, they're my personal friends. But Blitz is the one who got me into VR and Pancakes, and when we were streaming, the guy who actually made VR and Pancakes was in it, and he actually really enjoyed just watching us, chit chat and stuff. And you're talking about like being nervous when I saw him. I'm like, oh shit, let me take another swig. But it was really humbling though. It was really good humbling experience that I really appreciated.
Alrighty. And another big question is, as your fan base is getting bigger, is it harder for you to interact with your chat or your viewers?
Nope, nope. I mean, a lot of like there are times where I miss a lot of stuff if I'm really focused on like what's happening on in the game. But I try to make a point to go back and read stuff and to talk to people. I mean, I'm not perfect. I miss a lot of stuff, but I do make it a point to try to go back and talk to everybody. Um, like for example, I have a thing where if like I'm playing Apex, someone could redeem points, hobo points or caps, and like make me drop the gun. I try to get interactive with the chat. Like they can either punish me or help me out when I'm playing games. It's very fun, unless you're Wrecker, because you like to make my life a living hell.
I know I hopped in a couple times myself and redeemed your hydrate points,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
at one
It's
point you was playing the Resident Evil, and I tried to activate that soundbite run.
yeah. Some of them glitch out sometimes, and I'm trying to work on making them better. I'm always trying to improve my stream, improve the quality, and that's just something that's trial and error and time, I would say.
All right. Well, what Sid actually brought up a good point while I was planning this wonderful stream we're having right now. What do you have any other ventures that you want to get into? Future projects?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm starting to dip my toe in one of them right now, which is YouTube. The only thing is that I don't know how to fucking edit. I don't know anything about editing. Um, I'm looking for an editor. Like that is something that I am actually looking for. But until then, YouTube is something that I want to try. Um, and having mine and Sid's dream is still a big one. Working on stories is something that's always been in the back of my mind. And I guess because I took a break from it for a while, it kind of rekindled my love for it. So that's something that I'm trying to venture out into doing as well. And hopefully that'll lead to actually D&D streams. Like hopefully the community will actually like watching all of us do a D&D story. So yeah, I mean I got some projects in the works.
Which also brings up a really good point. One of the scariest things about being a streamer or someone who makes content is that high pressure of I have to do this, I have to do this on a specific time schedule. And it's
Yeah.
scary to want to take that break because when you take that break, any algorithm or any of that, it's like, hey, you no longer exist. But
Yeah.
it is a very important thing to take that break. Yeah, you might take a small hit, but ultimately you keep yourself from burning out.
That is actually something that I have not learned to do yet. I've been told by many people that I should try to take a break, and that's the reason that I have my 2 days off where I don't stream or play. I don't even come into my my office. Um, but yeah, I definitely see that having breaks is definitely healthy. It's just right now I'm at a point in my life where I'm trying to go 100 miles an hour the whole way because I work, I come home and play with the kids, I stream. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's not that I feel obligated, it's I really want to do it.
Yeah.
Y'all playing art. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a video I did a little bit ago, man.
Yeah, trying to plug you in there.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
But yeah, for those who are just now joining, this is the Hobo Legend. He is a Twitch streamer by that name, the Hobo Legend. And
Yeah, it's a light role play server.
he does games like Apex Legends, Ark Survival. He's doing some Let's Plays where he's now playing Resident Evil 8 The Village and a couple other series here and there when he gets a chance.
Yeah. Funny enough, the game that I think I'm most known for, even though I'm really bad at the game, is Apex, which is really weird considering how big of a game it is.
Oh yeah.
I'm really shit at the game. I'm not good at all. People enjoy watching me rage though.
That's usually why people come to streams is to watch the streamer rage, not
Yeah.
because they are great at gameplay, although that is some of the appeal, but it's seeing how the streamer interacts with the game. Because if they sit there just stone faced and give barely any commentary, that's not fun to watch. But
Yeah,
with
I Oh, I'm sorry, what?
oh no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's something I'm trying to get better at the game. Trying to get better with being one on one with who's watching me being entertaining. Because that's one thing I definitely want to try to be as entertaining as I can be. And the people who I've gotten a lot of inspiration from, I have a whole new respect for them. Like they have they're fucking masters at the craft. My hat, I don't have a hat, but my hat goes off to them.
Yeah, and but yeah, that's just one of the things is being interactive and really bringing your personality out while you're playing the game. One of the current jokes that's going around your server and your streams is spare a mastiff.
Yeah, that's massive. Yeah, it started as just a thing. I was playing one day and I had a Mastiff. It's my favorite shotgun. I'm a shotgun person, but I had a Mastiff and I just gunned this dude and I was like, Mastiff, and I just started saying it every time I'd kill somebody, and the chat started picking up on that, and it just evolved into its own thing. And now every time I play Apex, people give me a Mastiff if I want one. Mastiff. I
Well,
love it.
hey, being recognized for something even as little as, hey, a mastiff,
Yeah. Oh
really
yeah.
goes a long way because it shows that people have been watching and really interacting with you.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy. It just brings a smile on my face that even though I'm really bad at using a Mastiff or something like that, it still makes people smile. Which at the end of the day, that's all I want to do is just make people happy and cheer people up. So still waiting for my Mastiff. Speaking of that, I actually have a Mastiff. I need a mini one.
Bloodhound.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. All right,
I know.
but kind of on the topic of getting help with your channel, there's a couple outlets that we've used, like me and you personally. A couple outlets out there that make may make great connections, but for the art for my channel and merch and your channel and merch, we actually have Sid to thank for that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I have made it, and I actually have his merch too because I gotta support my boy. But I have made it very clear. I've had people ask me. I've made it very clear that I will never ever have another artist ever. I've made that very clear.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
made everything from mining your icon on Twitch. He's made this avatar that y'all are seeing right now, and even all all the merch on my store and on your store.
yep. The dude is a busy guy.
Oh yes, yes he is. Between making his own manga, doing commissions for everyone, and then putting up with us, he is very busy.
I really feel bad for him. Yeah, for your welcome. And I really feel bad for him because there's something that me and him has always done, and we sort of got it under control. But the way my mind works is just an endless machine of thinking. I've always been like that ever since we were kids, and I shit you not, we proved a point one day in class because we were working on our stories together, And this, I forgot who came up to us because I bet it takes y'all forever to make up a story. Or he was like trying to make fun of us or something. And he just looked, the Sid just looked over at me and goes, no, he can make a story in probably 10 minutes with full characters and stuff. We just try to stop him from doing it. And literally by the end of that class, I had a full story lined out, characters, the whole shebang, just to prove a point. And that's helped us in the past. Like especially like if me and him are going over the story, and he'll go, "Dude, just ponder over something." If I sit and ponder about something, I can come up with some pretty decent ideas. But the problem is like the other day, he goes, "Dude, I want a funny story." You come up with a funny story. When I called him back, I had a funny story, but it wasn't the kind that he was wanting. And now that's one of the stories that I want to work on. So I feel bad for him.
You become very fixated once you start thinking about it.
I can't help it, man. Like I can make a lot of characters, background stories to world building events. It's something that I have a passion for, but I can't turn it off.
I understand that. And the other thing is, you were speaking that you would like to find a video producer. And
Yeah.
one of the
Yes.
things I'm currently looking into, it may not be a permanent thing, but it's something to kind of get a feel for how things would go into the future. There, there's Fiverr. Fiverr has a lot of video producers where you can send them clips and videos, and they'll make basic to very premium edits on. Now, granted, it does get a little bit expensive, but hiring a video producer to do this for you will be expensive.
Oh yeah. Um. Right now, I've talked to Sid about using that, and I thought about it. I don't have the funds to do that right now, so I'm trying to do it myself, or I'm trying to find somebody who'd be willing to work with me because I would like to find someone I can work with one on one, and that one person be my editor, and then you because I want to try to find someone that I will always use. That way, if we do this for a couple of years, we will know how each other thinks. Just like when me and Sid work on stories, he can read exactly what I'm gonna say, and vice versa. Like we know each other pretty well.
And it's good to have that. It's really good to have that basis.
Oh yeah. But just right now I'm looking for, like, I've got someone in line who would like to be my editor, but he doesn't have a computer right now. So it's just one of those things where either I'm gonna have to wait, learn how to do it myself, or just pay someone to, edit some of my videos. Which I mean, I might try it. I'm not against it. I just don't have the funds right now.
Yeah, I really get that. It's one of those later game things, but it's nice to have.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Ugh. Sorry, my brain went blank there for a moment.
I haven't. Welcome to my world. Happens to me all the time.
All right, so I've asked you some pretty basic questions. Is there anything else that you would like to really get into?
Um,
Like
not
anything you might want to highlight or expand upon more on a previous topic that we were talking about?
besides trying to just better my craft, like, always improving my stream quality, always, improving the Discord, the community, making it better for them, making it more comfortable and accepting for people. And of course, doing the YouTube and the story things. I'm pretty set. It's just a matter of always trying to better myself because I think that's a good goal. I don't want to get too overwhelmed, so I just try to focus on getting better at the things that I'm already, getting accustomed to. Because when I first started streaming, man, I was a freaking nervous wreck. Like I was not comfortable. It took a lot. Like I wish that I could go back to my very, very first streams. Like the first week I ever streamed, it was absolutely garbage.
Oh
I really
yeah,
wish I would have saved those videos.
the social, the anxiety you get thinking that there could be anyone just watching you.
Oh yeah, that and getting rated still gets me sometimes. Like it throws me off, especially if I get rated by somebody big. The biggest rate I ever had is I got rated by a lovely streamer that I follow. She's a very, very sweet person. And she rated me with like 60 people, and I almost had a heart attack on stream.
Oh, that would not have been good.
I was like playing a game that I'm notoriously bad at, so that didn't help at all. That made things a lot worse for me.
Yeah, the biggest thing is, and you said it perfectly, when you're doing something like this, whether it be a podcast or streaming games or even just a let's play, you don't need to have the mindset of I have to be at this quality. You have to be in the mindset of all right, I just need to be better than I was before.
Yeah,
You
that's definitely a good mindset.
you go in thinking, all right, I just need to better myself. Not I need to be on the level of this top tier streamer or this person who has 120,000 watching right now.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That's something that I had to learn myself because I used to always worry that if I was being watched by like four people, was I being entertaining for them or was I being really boring? So it was stuff that I was stressing out over. And now, recently, I've tried to adopt this thing where, good, going back to Blitz, he really gave me some really good sage advice where he's like, dude, it doesn't matter if one person or 100. He said every time you stream like you're streaming for 200,000 people. Like from Jump Street, just get into it. Be comfortable with it. Don't focus on the numbers, which is one thing that I have had to train myself not to do.
Yeah. One
Those numbers.
one tip I've gotten for my streams is I I have my Streamlabs put up so I can see chat and I can see how things are functioning. But I specifically have hidden my viewers or anything doing with the numbers. What
Yep,
because
same.
those numbers will freak you out because you can sit there for an hour, 2 hours streaming and that number not move or you not have anyone in it, which is very disheartening.
Oh yeah, it really is.
But taking that number off and I can't see that number anymore. I started really just playing for me and then you know, I have it streaming. I play for me and I just really speak my mind rather than have it internal and I've had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, it's something that I definitely agree. And you also always have it, well, at least when I stream, always have it in the back of my mind to try to be more real, be more comfortable. Because when I stream, I want someone who's watching me to feel like, hey, it's just me and that one person, we're really relaxed, like a one-on-one type thing,
Yeah.
which is what I try to do that. I don't know if I succeed in it, but I mean, I try. Yeah.
All right. And that also gives way to a good topic. What has been your biggest uh, hurdle as a streamer, as a creator? What has been your biggest hurdle to date?
Balancing my time, without a doubt, learning when I stream for people and balancing when to spend time with family. Because I look at all the people who watch me and all the people who are in the nation as family. but my immediate family need my attention too. And that's something that's always in the back of my mind, making sure that, at the end of the day, I give them all the attention I can. And then when I go to stream, then I give my focus to all the people who's watching me. But that is definitely something that's been hard to overcome, though.
Yeah, time management is really hard.
Yes, yes, it is. But I feel like it's well worth it, though. You know,
Oh yeah.
and having supportive people in your life that actually support what you're trying to do goes a long way. If it wasn't for my wife supporting me actually streaming, I don't know. I don't think I ever would have started. In fact, funny enough, the day I actually came up with my name and stuff like that, which I gotta finish telling you that story. But the when I was serious about streaming, I went to my wife and I completely asked her. I said, "Would you be okay with me actually streaming? Like, would this be something that you're okay with as a hobby?" I said, "Eventually, it might turn into a job." I said, "How would you feel about that?" And she was very supportive, and she is the main drive I have to, keep following us, in my dreams. It's very helping. It gives me a lot of inspiration, and knowing that there are people who actually enjoy the next time I get to stream goes so far. Like having people just show a little bit of that love is so much ammo for me to help me out. Like I got a buddy. Um, I'm not gonna say his name, but he asks me all the time, "Hey, Hobo, when you gonna be streaming?" And it really makes me feel good. It's very encouraging. It's very upbuilding, and I really like it. And that's one of the reasons I try to, I want to give back to everybody because they support me.
Yeah, that's understandable. Uh, so on, kind of branching off that subject is how what systems have you put in place to help you with your time management?
Um, Creating a schedule that I actually go by, like having certain days off where I don't stream, I don't do anything, I don't even step into the room, and other days to where like, say if I get home at 2, well, I'm not gonna start streaming until about around anywhere between 4 and 7 because I spend all that time with the family, and then when I put my girls to bed, then I can stream and have some fun. And so far, that's been really good. Like people know usually when I stream, I don't have it that sporadic. Some days I'll stream earlier, some days I'll stream a little later. But for the most part, I got it on a pretty good schedule, which I think people like it. I think it's helped out a lot.
Oh yeah, having a simple schedule to just keep yourself on can do wonders. It doesn't even have to deal with streaming, just any type of schedule.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, and it also helps that, like I said, I have my wife. She is helping me out a lot because I am not good at time management. I'm a very punctual person, but I'm not good at keeping a schedule and going with it. And my wife has definitely helped with all of that. It like all the credit goes to her for helping me to stay on that course.
Oh yeah.
I can't tell you how many times it's been Tuesday and people like, "Hey, let's play something." And be like, "Ah, yeah, wait a minute." So it's definitely helped out. It's definitely helped out a lot, and that also it makes it easier, I think, for people who are looking for like a schedule that they can watch me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it helps them out too because then they can be like, well, I know he's going to be streaming around this time, so I know when to be free-ish. So I think that helps too.
Oh yeah. And okay, so now I'm curious. You said you didn't finish the naming Hobo Legend story.
I completely forgot. Like I said, I'm a very sidetracked and like I'm a very random person. I'm extremely random. It's just how I've always been. But yeah, we were playing one day and I went through a bunch of different names and I told him like yeah, I told him the story of like how I actually was a homeless for a while, and I told him that I wanted to use it in a good way, and then I forgot all the names that I had that had hobo in it, and then I got like a ended up getting like a double or a triple kill in Apex, and my buddy Bruto goes, "Dude, you legend!" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a hobo legend," and I was like, "Oh shit, that sounds really good." And I was like, "Dude, do you think that would sound good?" He goes, "What, hobo legend?" He goes, I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Kind of got a nice ring to it," and I'm like, "That's my name. That is my name." It
Hey,
was,
it
it was very
works.
simple.
It's short and memorable.
Here's the one in the middle. Is that correct? No, sir. That is actually an old stream I did. That's moi.
Yeah, I pulled a random video from his Twitch as a highlight. Just happened to be his Arc server.
Yeah, we do a light roleplay arc server. Anybody who wants to join, the more the merrier. We're trying to grow it. Today will be Resident Evil.
Ah, yes. The
I'm
good
very
old
excited.
vampires and lichens. No longer
Yes, very.
zombies.
No, but I'm still okay with it. I do miss the zombies though. But see, what like if people actually end up wanting me to continue Resident Evil, I own every game. I own the remake for one, two, and three, but I also have the original Resident Evil 3 on the PlayStation 1 disc.
Wow.
I love Resident Evil, man. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. I love zombies. I love lore. That's the reason, like, over the past couple years, my new obsession has become Warhammer 40K. I have an unhealthy addiction of that shit.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing for me nowadays is I don't care if the gameplay is kind of lackluster. If they have a good lore, it is now my new favorite thing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Lore. I am a lore person. Um, lore is definitely something that I've always been very drawn to. It's it's kind of a controversial subject for a lot of people. One of the guys that I grew up with, he was obsessed with Star Wars, and I used to dive into a lot of Star Wars lore books and stuff. And the Star Wars, I'm not gonna lie, Star Wars broke my heart. I'm not really a big Star Wars fan anymore because I did not like the direction it went, and that's where I found Warhammer. Warhammer's like, I got you. So that
War
helped me out a lot.
Warhammer's like, do you want more fantasy in space? Here we go.
Right? Like Warhammer is like all that love and story and violence just rolled up, and it's just great. Love it.
So so as a streamer,
Well,
what has been some tips that you've been given or you found that have worked for you? Like other than the scheduling and the not viewing your count.
um, like one of the advices, a guy that I befriended, who was actually a really big streamer. When I had like 50 followers, I think this dude had like around like 12 or 15,000 K, and um, I befriended him, talked to him, used to talk to him quite often. Don't really, I don't talk to him no more because of life happens. But he said, make sure you try to be outgoing. Try to be real, like authentic. He said one thing that helps is that personally, from what I see of you, you said he said, you have a really easy and very rememberable name. He said you have, your streamer name is very unique, and he goes, it's easy to remember. And little stuff like that that I've learned through over the years of streaming is really started to help me and to mold me into one, making it very comfortable to stream. Um, it's helped me to pick games that I like to stream. Even though I don't have a set, I'm a very flip floppy when it comes to games. I'm always playing other stuff because I don't focus on one game for too long because I'll get burnt out on it. So little stuff that people here and there have told me that's really helped me out. That I've also talked to a couple other ones. Don't try to like. I think one of them was like, don't try to immediately get sponsors and immediately just pretend like you're really big. Don't shove like merch and stuff and like sponsors down people's throat. If they want it, they'll ask you for it. So I try to do that. I try to be, if they want stuff, I'll make stuff. Like I had people every now and then, like it started off small, but they started asking me, "Hey, are you ever gonna make merch?" And I was like, I mean, I will eventually. And so I talked to Sid, and me and him actually set up a merch shop. So now I actually do have merch, and people have bought it. And Miss Dragon is one of the people um, who actually bought some of my merch, and I really appreciate it. It's having stuff like that that really helped me, and really make me feel like I'm definitely starting to do something good.
Yeah, I understand that. It's nice to see people interacting with things you do, whether it be buying merch, following, or even just chatting with you while you're on stream or on
Yeah.
Discord. I
Oh yeah.
I hop in every now and get into your Discord, and it's just full of people trying to interact with each other, looking out for you, and all that.
Oh yeah. I'm very proud of the Discord of the Hobo Nation community. The nation's what I call them. I've been told by other streamers that, dude, when I jump into your Discord, that shit is popping off constantly. And I actually had a good buddy of mine who actually has a bigger, he's bigger than me, but he goes, dude, how did you build your community like that? I said, I don't know. I said, it just kind of evolved into its own thing, and I'm very proud of it.
that's
The
on
brother from the other mother.
that's honestly one of the biggest things that is a driver for most people. It's the community. It's not the making trying to make money off of Twitch, because
Uh-uh.
honestly that's a bad motivator. You get easily discouraged when your views are low.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
even as small streamers, large streamers, the biggest thing that I've found is the driving force is your community. It's all other motivations aside, when your community enjoys and loves what you do and encourages you,
Oh,
that
yeah.
can make all the difference. Hop,
I completely agree.
something I've noticed when I've hopped into a couple of your streams is your mods are, even when there's no one talking, your mods are always trying to get you to cut up, trying just to have some fun engagement with you.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, they're mods. They're supposed to be there in your stream to help you out when they can. But they go a step beyond and actually try to interact with you, even though they could just sit back and wait for something to happen. They're in your chat trying to cut up with you while it may get a little bit quiet, or even they notice something funny and they call you on it.
Oh, yeah, that happens a lot. Like, one of my mods, Wrecker, he does it in a loving way, but he's an antagonist. He likes to make my life a living hell. If he can do it, he will do it. and that's just him in a nutshell. He's really it's playful banter, but damn, he likes to piss me off. If he can try, he will definitely do it, and it's probably because he's not allowed. He's never held a fork in his life, and I can understand. That'd make me upset too.
Now that is an interesting story. I'm probably gonna have to try to get out of him. What do you mean you've never held a fork in your life?
So, so I watched this funny video on TikTok about how it's illegal to have forks in Canada, and he's from Canada. So I
Uh,
sent him that, and I said, "Dude, that explains why you're such an asshole." And ever since then, I had gave him so much shit, and he's even sent me a picture of him holding a fork, and I'm like, "That's Photoshop. That's not legit. You don't know what it feels like to hold a fork."
wow.
It's stuff like that that I like. It's making interesting content like that that I absolutely love. But yeah, him, brutal. Miss Dragon's always there to help me out. Death, of course, Blitz. All of these people giving me help when I need it, giving me their 2 cents, stuff like that. Even though it's not perfect, and even though I get on their nerves, I know I get on their nerves, and I'm not perfect. I try not to, but I always appreciate, them having a voice because that's what I want. Well, that's I think one of the reasons I love the nation so much is because, like I said, I wanted it to be almost like a utopia, or not a utopia, but like a safe haven for nerds and for all kinds of people where they won't get judged and stuff. Because when me and Sid were growing up, we didn't have that. You know, I can't tell you how many times people made fun of us because we were nerds. Especially me, because I don't look like a nerd. I look like somebody who worships and plays football for a living, and I fucking hate sports. Sports is not my thing.
The nerdy Goliath.
Right? Sid can tell you, our coach for when we went to school asked me every fucking year to play football. I was like, no, 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 I don't want to play football. I have no want to play football. I would rather literally draw and read manga or listen to music. It's so much more appealing.
I have to agree with you on that one.
We are the hopeless of the nation. uh, that's another thing that is deeply ingrained with me is music. I am constantly listening to music to the point where it pisses off my wife.
Oh, I
Mm.
I know that feeling all too well.
Yay for being lazy nerds. We weren't lazy. We were just exercising our mind muscles. That's what it was.
I'm not lazy. I'm just conserving energy. Ne-
Right?
Never know when I need to run for my life.
I mean, like it's so funny because like Sid actually came and visited me like a week or two ago, and it was so great. And we're just sitting there, just like before he came down, I just started reminiscing about all the stuff that me and him have gone through, and we've gone through some crazy shit. And it's so funny that we could make a literal story out of it. Our life would be a very weird and very funny short manga. It would be interesting. The, the shenanigans we would get up to.
So, kind of back on topic here
Not right?
about streaming and playing games.
Yeah.
How did you get started into gaming? Not the streaming aspect of it. Before that, what inspired you to want to game as much as you do now?
My brother helped me out. The first time I ever played a video game was I think 1996, and my brother had Super Mario. He had an NES, and me and him nonstop. played the shit out of Mario. And when I was 7 years old, he bought me a Nintendo 64. And then when the PlayStation first came out, he without without my knowledge, because my brother loves me, but his love is interesting. He took my Nintendo 64, got cash, and bought me a PlayStation with it. It's a used PlayStation, like it was beat to hell and back, but it came with um a Crash Bandicoot game. I think it was Crash Bandicoot 3, the Wrath of Cortex, I think, and Gex, uh, and a Bruce Willis game. And those games really got me into gaming. But my heart, like most people, probably started with Mario. I played a lot of Mario and I played a lot of Metroid. Metroid was one of my favorite things in the world to play. And I'm not a 2D person. I don't like 2D side scrollers, but I loved Mario and I loved Metroid. 3D gaming was where I really got into it though.
I can understand that. The added aspect of different barriers and just being able to see something more fleshed out.
Oh yeah, and of course I also was heavily into the Pokemans and the Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I remember getting Pokemon Yellow, no, Pokemon Blue when it first came out, or not when it first came out, but I got Pokemon Blue, and then I don't remember the next Pokemon I got, but I remember playing the shit out of Pokemon Blue. Man, my Blastoise, I soloed the Elite Four of my Blastoids. Good
Oh,
times. Good.
those are some really good times. The
I know,
original
right?
Pokemon games.
All the lovely rounds of Halo. Yeah. Now, when I got my 360, dude, that like so when I got my PlayStation, I used to be a hardcore PlayStation fanboy. In fact, I would still be if they would have continued the Jack and Dexter series. Sid can tell you my obsession, my obsession was Jack and Dexter. I 100%ed all three of them. I played them religiously. In fact, I played Jack 3 so much that I actually, without, because, you didn't have a lot of, I didn't have access to the internet back then. This is back in like 2004, 2005. Or, like, yeah, around that, God, I'm old. But, but I remember I played so much Jack 3 that I actually found glitches in the game myself. Like I knew how to get in my cars and be in the. I don't know if you ever played Jack and Dexter, but he had two forms. He had like Dark Jack and Light Jack. Light Jack was my favorite, and I found a way to make it to where I could be him permanently. It was so fun. Like I unhealthily played those games. I played them way too much, way too much.
Yeah, the only one I actually played was one. I played a little bit of two, but I actually recently rebought one and 100%ed it. Percented.
Goal and Maya were very easy as final bosses. That
Oh
wasn't.
yeah.
So everybody was like, dude, Ratchet Clank was where it was at. I played all the Ratchet Clanks, 100% of them too. But my love was Jack and Dexter. I even bought Jack X, the racing game.
Oh, speaking of Ratchet and Clank, have you seen the glory that is the newest one?
Not yet. I don't have a PlayStation.
Like, I have a PlayStation 4. I play on
I,
it
yeah, I've got a
sometimes.
PS4.
But watching this trailer makes me want to buy a PlayStation 5.
It's gonna be a hot minute before I get a PS5. Now I have an Xbox Series X. I got that.
See,
Um,
and the weirdest thing is, me personally, I am very hardcore Xbox. The only reason why I have a PlayStation right now is because a couple years back, a coworker of mine said, "Hey, if you buy this PlayStation, I will give you the PlayStation VR for free."
Oh wow,
I was
that's
like,
nice.
I said, "Goodbye Xbox, hello PlayStation."
The only reason I have my PS4 is for I literally bought my PS. Do not do that. Oh my god. The only reason I bought my PS4 was for Bloodborne. I literally bought it for Bloodborne. And then I got the new God of War, which was amazing. And then I got my favorite PlayStation game on the PS4. It isn't even Bloodborne. It's Days Gone. Very underrated. Fuck Sony for canceling the sequel. God, I hope Microsoft picks that shit up. Dude, Days Gone shits on The Last of Us. Like, for all the people in chat who's a Last of Us fan, I'm sorry. Days Gone is just better to me. It's just hands down better to me. The world building, the story, Deacon as a main character, like this dude pulls no punches. He will straight up murder your ass. I just really like it, and he didn't get the love it deserved.
Oh. Yeah, sadly, a lot of games do that because either A, the story would just didn't fit in the time that it was created, or B, it was just executed kind of poorly at the time.
Yeah. I may be a hardcore Xbox fan. Like I've got them all. I've got the Switch. I've got the Xbox, the PlayStation. I have a Godzilla PC that is a monster. Um, but I will stand by. I may be biased, to my Xbox. I like consoles, but I will stand firm that I do not like exclusive games. I
Yeah.
understand why we have exclusive games. I get it. Companies are greedy. I don't agree with them though. I think if somebody personally, at the end of the day, just likes having the PlayStation or likes having the Xbox because it feels good to them, I think they should be able to play whatever fucking game they want. I don't think there should be exclusive. Like the only reason I bought a PlayStation was because of Bloodborne, because Bloodborne is exclusive. Just like I really want to play Demon Souls, I'll have to buy a PS5. I ain't doing that shit again. Capitalism.
Speaking of which, I want to buy Dark Souls again because when I had Dark Souls, I was never able to complete it. Didn't have the time to play it, and when I finally got the time, my Xbox was destroyed.
You're talking to somebody who also no life Dark Souls. I have 7 copies of Dark Souls 1.
Dang.
And I have like 3 copies of Dark Souls 2. I only have 1 copy of Dark Souls. No, I've got 3. I've got 2 copies of Dark Souls 2 because I actually bought all of them again on the PC because the reason that I don't play Dark Souls anymore. Oh, fun note. Speaking of Dark Souls, that's actually what I got started on Mixer with. That's actually how I became known on Mixer. Every time I streamed Dark Souls, I was the like whatever Dark Souls I streamed, I was the biggest Dark Souls streamer on Mixer.
That's
Not all the
impressive.
time, but a lot of times that when you popped in, I was always at the top, and I was very proud of that. But the problem is I played so much Dark Souls, it got boring because I knew what to expect. Like I knew this enemy's here, I know this is gonna be over here, and when I got it on PC and I downloaded mods, it literally rekindled the love I had for Dark Souls. But I just haven't got any new mods for Dark Souls on PC from a new one yet. But I'm working on it. I will. I'm gonna start playing a lot of Dark Souls in the future. I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, and I'm excited to see you playing Phasmophobia.
What is that?
That's the ghost hunting game.
Uh,
Yeah,
maybe.
I I commented on your podcast actually, the cardboard condo.
Yeah, that's what
Nice.
my podcast name. Yeah, speaking of Dark Souls, I actually have a bonfire.
Nice. Hey, maybe if you pray to that, we can reset this whole 2 years.
Right?
Make
I've
sure we
tried. Doesn't work.
praise the sun.
Praise the fucking sun. I love it. I love it. Record doesn't like Solaire. That's why he's a bastard. It's hard to be friends with. It's hard to be friends with him sometimes. It really is.
I mean, there's some people who say that Canadians just don't exist; they're all actors.
I can believe that.
Oh, so
So what?
hmm,
So what do you like to stream? Like, what's your plans?
me currently, honestly, I do stream a lot of Dead by Daylight. I have a lot of fun with that game. It's giving me my best interactions,
Oh yeah,
but honestly, it's just any game I can get my hand on and the time to do it.
feel that.
Right now,
Nothing wrong with it.
I'm. Wrecker says, "Screw solitaire. He's overrated."
You know what? I'll forgive you because you don't understand the love of a fork. So we're okay. We're okay. You forkless man. I love you through your stupidity, so it's okay.
Right now, I'm currently playing Metro Last Light,
Such a good game. Mwah! Such a good game.
and I'm going to try to finish it tomorrow. Actually,
Nice.
yeah, I streamed the first one. It's on. It should still be on my Twitch. I don't think
Yeah.
it's been more than 2 weeks since I've played. But yeah,
Funny.
hmm,
Hmm?
you go
There you
ahead.
go. I went first last time. Your turn.
I think I got through most of it yesterday, but I'm also one of those who likes to. I'm a completionist.
Oh yeah.
I will spend 20 hours playing a 4 hour game
Yeah.
because
Nothing wrong with that.
I've got to find every collectible. Although I realize it does not really make good content because people's like, oh, he's just looking in this random corner.
Some people like it.
Some people like it, and that's the completionists. But sometimes I go around and I don't do that, but for the most part, I am a completionist, and I really want to start getting into, as you're doing, the let's plays.
Sorry, Dragon. I'm sorry. I feel bad. Don't play Arkham City. Look for Riddler's trophies if possible. Rip.
I mean, I have it. It's on my PlayStation. The only reason why I have not played more PlayStation games, and I've been working on my computer games, is because I don't know how to get my avatar to function that way.
Dude, I don't even know how to do that. That's the reason. Like everybody sees this ugly monk. I don't have an avatar. I am not the last Airbender. I'm just a hobo.
I mean, you could be a blue dude.
Daba D. Yeah, yeah, I could. But funny. Speaking of Metro, I really love. I played all three of them. I need to play the third one more. I didn't put that much time in the third one, but I beat the first and the second one. Love those games, right? I love them so much. I'm like, dude, this is so freaking awesome because it's a version of the apocalypse that's really gritty. Like bad stuff happens in those games.
Oh yeah.
So I got in touch with my buddy who actually had the books. I do Audible. I like Audible books, but I went through both the book. There's three books. I went through two of them, the first and the second one. Oh my god, it was a fucking chore to get. They are horrible books. They're so bad. They're like they are shit. Nor like you know how you always hear, "Oh, the books is better."
Oh yeah.
I went in already knowing Metro lore, but I was like, fresh start. You know, go through the books. Are fucking shit. Don't recommend them to anybody. They're bad. They're really bad. It's it's so boring. It is so boring. And the second book has nothing to do with the first book. And the main character of the second book is a random character that was in the first book. It's so boring. It's just so boring. Some people might like it. I don't recommend it. But that's just me.
Well, after Metro, I want to either work on a game that I've been recommended a couple times. BPM, bullets per minute.
Never heard of it.
It's a rhythm shooter game.
I would be terrible at that. Oh, I wasn't good at Rock Band. I wasn't good at Guitar Hero. I wouldn't be good at that.
Basically, it works like a first person shooter,
Yeah.
but you have to shoot and reload on the beat of the background music.
Nope.
And the enemies attack on the beat as well.
I'd be so bad at that. I probably have a blast though.
That Alien Isolation, which would be really hard for me to play because of dogs and kids.
Oh yeah, I don't do good with horror games. Like I'm playing Resident Evil, and I love like I'll take it back. I like horror games where you can fight back. Like you'll never see me play like Outlast or something because it doesn't make any sense that you can't fight back. I don't like those kind of games. Because if I was thrown into that situation, even if I never in my life thrown a punch, I'm gonna pick up a stick and try to hurt you with it. Something.
Actually, I'm about to start playing that. I forgot the name of it, so I haven't downloaded it yet. But Fantasy Star Online 2.
Yep, played it. I have played it.
I've been trying to look for that, but I keep forgetting the name of it. Thank you, Miss Dragon.
I downloaded it. I didn't have anybody to play it with, so I installed it. I have to be careful with MMOs. There's only been one MMO I've ever played where I got slightly addicted to it, and I introduced it to a friend, and he just never came back. He literally still plays it right now. If I was to check if he was online right now, he'd still be playing it.
Speaking of which, I'm actually currently on the site trying to download. Oh, fun. Yeah, Sid got me playing the. I got the free trial of Final Fantasy 14.
Me and him played it together. I really, really liked it. Really got into it. But when I found out you had to pay to play it, I'm like, nah, nah. It's it's not that good. It's really fun. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna pay a subscription to play a game. I can't. I'm too broke for that. Like I just can't. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it.
I
I
understand.
never. That's why I never got into WoW, which I'm glad I didn't get into WoW, but his cousin did. Good lord, his cousin did though. I've never met anybody in my life that played more WoW than him.
That's fun. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't gotten WoW either. There was plenty of good free to plays that I have played. But the thought of not being able to play a game because I happen to miss paying for another month of a game just didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't care for it either. The like I said, the MMO that I got three characters to max level, and I had fun playing it for a while, but I just got tired of it. Was Neverwinter. I played the shit out of that game.
Oh, and now that I'm looking at my games list, I mean, I do play a little Minecraft, but Osu has been a lot of fun for me.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's one of those games that you're definitely not going to be able to play. it is a it's a rhythm game. It is a I have so much respect for the people who can play Osu on anything other than medium difficulty. It is
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
for someone who's really good at rhythm games like Guitar Hero, Beat Saber, and stuff like that. I struggle with Osu.
Yeah, rhythm games have never been my thing. Like when me and Sid would always play Guitar Hero or Rock Band, medium was the hardest I could do. I did do a few songs on hard. Like one time I played a Rob Zombie song on hard and got 99%. Very proud of that. But other than that, it's always medium. But we always had a blast doing it. Like one night back in, I think it was like 2012, I was in my apartment. He came over. We grabbed a case of beer and we played rock, no guitar, no rock band. Yeah, it was rock band, and we spent about $100 on songs, and we literally just had a concert for like 7 hours. It was ridiculous. I think we stayed up to like 6 a.m. or something. Like literally, the sun was up when we stopped playing. Yeah, it was epic time. It was great.
and Miss Dragon, I would love to play Minecraft with y'all. I'm very big into the survival, but I will play the creative as well.
Funny enough, Miss Dragon and a mutual friend of ours, she got me into playing. I used to only play creative.
Mm-hmm.
I had never played survival until we all got together, and it was so. Survival is the way to go. I never thought I would say that, but I don't like creative mode anymore. Unless I just want to build something and have fun,
Yeah.
that's what it's for. But other than that, no, survival is the way to go. You appreciate everything you build
Oh
in
yeah.
survival mode.
It's so much more rewarding when you can get those redstone machines working.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what about? I still got Chibi World, my guy. Still got it. Refuse to let it die. That was mine and his was Chibi World, and a lot of people have added to it and stuff, and it's great. I spent 2 weeks making a train track around the entire Chibi World, and it was fun. It I think it literally takes about 10 minutes to go through the entire thing. It's
Wow.
it's it's a very long ride. It's very long.
Now, a personal recommendation from me, if you're
Yeah,
into strategy games,
love them.
is called. Well, I lost it. Give me just one moment. Frostpunk.
Been tempted to play it. Uh, I'm still on the fence about it. I really do want to play it. Um, I might just cave in and try it. The only reason I didn't is because like the whole like choices, the resource management thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm really really bad at those.
Oh, it. Yeah, it's really tough because again, it's a lot of resource management. But
Yeah, I
it
can see
adds
that.
it adds that pressure, that slight bit of anxiety that makes a lot of games worth it for me. It's it's not easy. It's not something I could just turn off my brain and play. It makes me focus on it.
There's my favorite Final Fantasy game actually was a strategy game. It was a turn-based one. It was Final Fantasy Tactics, the original one. That's my favorite Final Fantasy game.
Oh yeah.
That's old school too.
And Sid actually brought up another game that I'm really into is League of Legends.
I have been playing. I played the beta of the League of Legends.
Nice.
I've been around League of Legends literally since the game came out, but I'm so fucking bad at that game.
I I started playing when they first released Poppy in her monstrous form. She was not easy to look at.
I I was a Wukong main and a Braum main. I love Braum. Like if I was to cosplay as anybody, all I'd have to do is like, like 50 gallons of steroids, and then I could do Braum. I love Braum so much. That
you,
dude, like I really like that dude inspires me to try to become a better person just because he's literally just a heart of gold.
I can see you cosplaying as Olaf or Bard.
Bro, I personally hate what they did to my boy Mundo. When I got back into League, I mained Mundo and Jax again. I haven't played League in a long time, but I do not like what they did to Doctor Mundo. I didn't think he needed a change. Maybe his skin needed an update. I don't like the update to his skin. I think it looks like shit, and I don't like that they actually changed his abilities either. Breaks my heart. They better not touch Singe. That will really piss me off. I actually have a "Don't Chase Singe" shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, I love League of Legends, but I'm
Yeah.
just really bad at it.
See, I I main Poppy, Lulu, and Morgana.
I also, yeah, I like Morgana. One person that I was actually like really good with, uh, it's used to be a mutual friend of mine. And says not friends with him no more, but he always bragged about how good of a mid laner he was. Like he literally just would not shut the fuck up about Vel'Koz. He's like Vel'Koz is literally the best mid laner in the game. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Like this is like a year, maybe 2 years after Vel'Koz had came out. Not that long. Vel'Koz was still relatively new. And he's like, dude, he's so good. And this is after Victor had his update, his rework.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a 1v1 with him, and I was Victor. I destroyed him. I love playing Victor. Victor is so strong. Well, I don't know if he is now, but
Yeah.
whew,
What
Victor is a mean mid lane.
now? When I tell you how I play, specifically Poppy and Lulu, it doesn't make sense, but it does when you watch. As Poppy, I am a jungler instead of a top lane,
I can't do jungle. I can do any role but jungle.
and for Lulu, I'm a bottom lane, not support.
Okay.
The thing is I go into the match playing support, but bottom lane always, goes to top or mid, and I'm left defending bottom.
Yeah, my favorite role was to always play top. I really enjoyed playing top. Um, see, I really loved playing Jax and Wukong top, and also like playing Sion. Sion's really fun too.
Oh yeah. Plus,
And if I wanted to troll people, I would just play Tryndamere. No one plays Tryndamere to be serious. If you are, you're very new to the game.
oh,
Because like that dude just auto plays himself. Tryndamere's so fun to play.
I just I just thought of the perfect stream title if both of us were to play Apex Legends.
What's that?
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
You sure? I'm down.
Be-
Um,
because I'm trash at Apex, I'm gonna go ahead and admit that I am terrible.
yeah, I'm really bad at it too. Back in the day, I had my moments though where I was actually like I popped off because I literally used to no life that game. You can ask Sid. I played it on a healthy amount. I do have 3 pentakills. I got two with Annie and one with Graves, and that was fun. That was really fun. I haven't played Graves in a long time or Annie, but they used to be people that I played for. I enjoyed playing too.
Uh, so, I mean, we've been talking quite a bit. Is how do you feel this interview, stream, conversation? How do you feel it went?
I feel like it was actually really good. This is the second podcast I've ever done. Um, the next one that I'm gonna be doing hopefully will be up soon. I'm still, working with it in my head. But I actually getting to really like podcasts. I think podcasts is gonna be something that's gonna be a reoccurrence on my channel. I enjoy having and doing podcasts. I think it's fun. Especially since I'm not the one who came up with cardboard and condos. I pick that name out with like four other names and I let the nation decide and they're the ones who pick the name. Cardboard and condos. Wait for it. Yay!
Oh, I mean, I've really enjoyed doing this. I
Oh yeah,
know,
me too.
and ultimately, this podcast is going to wind up being a more of a gaming news and technology news type deal, where I bring in people who stream video games or work on technology and stuff like that to really just get into the future of gaming.
Oh
But
yeah, that sounds awesome.
but in order to get into the future, you have to go through the past,
That's true.
and which I've really enjoyed about this stream is not only have we talked about you as a streamer and what you want to happen, but we got to see a little bit of how it was for you, like the
Yeah.
small bit of trials that you've had to go through to get to where you are right now, and even learned a couple tips here and there to help others out or even help ourselves out through the process. Everything's chrome in the future, even the coral.
um.
Yeah, we've definitely got to have a stream where there's all three of us, me, you, and Sid. Although I can imagine that conversation is going to go off the rails from the get go.
I I actually plan to have one of the cardboard and condos sessions where it's just me and him, or I plan on at least having like two more people, but I am very excited to have me and him on there and me and him just literally reminiscing about our stupid adventures. Like people will get a hands on of what it was like growing up with him having to deal with me. Because little known secret for everybody watching, how we became friends is I annoyed the shit out of him because I refused to not be his friend.
honestly,
I made that choice for both of us.
honestly, that's also how me and Sid became friends. That's the way you make friends with him is you sit there and you annoy him.
An Uno stream? All right, definitely, definitely, definitely.
Oh yeah, me.
I'm actually excited to do that. I'm always up for suggestions. I have a suggestion thing in the Discord, and not just that. I'm actually going to implement something new. When I do the cardboard and condos, if there's little suggestions that people want me to talk about, unless it's something that I don't think is the right direction for cardboard and condos, which is almost like almost everything is up for grabs. But of course, there's a couple things that I would rather not talk about. Um, I definitely want to get people, like hands on. Their suggestions is definitely going to be heard. It's going to be topics that I want to talk about. And one of the things that I think is going to be a common thing is talking about where do we see the future of gaming, and how, what do you think about the current, um, I don't know, I guess you could say the current politics of gaming and stuff like that. Like it's stuff like that that I really want to start touching on and getting other people's ideas. So that's some of the things, a preview of the things that has been brewing in my head.
Okay, so speaking about the politics of gaming, are you an open world person or a strict linear person?
Either doesn't matter to me as long as the story's good. I'm a very simple person.
Because I've been loving seeing that debate. Some people's like, "Oh, open world's terrible because there's so much
Well,
that
obviously
you
they've
just
never
have to
played a
walk
Fallout
through."
game.
You just have to walk through and it gets boring, or you never know where you need to go. Meanwhile, the same argument is for the linear games. Like, you don't get to do anything. Everything's forced upon you. You have to do this now and then this now.
I think certain games should definitely be linear, and I think certain games should be open world. Like if Fallout was linear, it would be a terrible game. But at the same time, if you made, say, a game that I don't think should be really open world in the traditional sense of like being open world, like God of War, which I know the last God of War was semi open world, but it was still very linear. You knew what you were doing, you know?
Yeah.
Certain games I just don't like. Here's a good example. I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. Metal Gear Solid 5 was absolutely trash because it was open world, but it was empty. And Metal Gear Solid's never been a open world game. It's always been a linear franchise, and it made sense because the story was just so good. The gameplay was so good. Metal Gear Solid 5, the story was meh at best. The game mechanics was way ahead of its time. It was really good gameplay mechanics, but the world was so boring. It was empty. It was devoid of anything. So I think it just depends on the game franchise, personally. Oh no, not
Oh
personally to
no.
me.
Oh no.
I don't know
I
about that one. That might get us in trouble.
no, it will get us banned. It will
Yeah.
get us. Me and Sid have figured out Cards Against Humanity, especially with the absurd kit that we have, would get us banned. Oh. It's right, it is Cards Against Humanity, because whoever plays it better not be streaming it.
Yeah. Especially if there's alcohol involved.
Oh, Lord.
Hmm.
Alright,
But
so.
yeah, I'm definitely excited about like the future of to see how the future ends up. Like, you know, I'm gonna be playing Resident Evil tonight, and after either get somebody to edit it or I eventually try to edit myself, I'm gonna upload that to YouTube. I'm excited to see if people like enjoy me playing Let's Play games because I miss playing them. I'm a huge multiplayer person, but at the same time, I kind of miss my roots of playing story-driven games.
I get that. So, now we're kind of getting near the end of at least the feeling of the end of this podcast slash interview slash whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So, do you have any questions for me?
Um, no, not really. I mean, hopefully in the future, we could do, collab and do stuff more. That'd probably be fun.
Oh
I
yeah,
have no problem with that.
have dual streams where we're playing Apex or whatever game might be relevant then.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm excited to do so. Like, I hope that in the future Twitch implements something that Mixer had. You could do co-streams together in Mixer, and that was a really smart idea. Twitch doesn't have that yet, and I hope they adopt that soon. I miss being able to co-stream with somebody.
Oh yeah. All right, and question for me to you on a more kind of a more personal level, now that you've been a part of this podcast
Yeah.
and, seeing how it's run, how do you think it went overall? And is there anything that I should consider implementing or working on to make this better?
Not really. I actually think it went very fine. If I could say anything, maybe just having more people, getting more voices in there, that could be interesting. Because the first podcast I ever did, I was with the two other people. It was really interesting to see that dynamic because maybe I would say something, maybe one person would agree with it, but the other one wouldn't. So there was some funny banter there, and sometimes that's fun. But other than that, no, I've actually had a blast. I think this went great.
I mean, I've enjoyed myself here. We did a couple laughs. We got some personal stories in there.
Oh
We
yeah.
we really got to know who you are as a person, which is kind of
Oh yeah.
hard to do sometimes on stream.
A little bit. I've got a thing that people can redeem called a tell a hobo story, and when I do, I'll just tell a story of something that happened crazy in my life. So I try to get one on one with people. I try to tell funny stories.
Yeah. It honestly, I feel stuff like this is very important because it's one of those. Yeah, this is a very serious stream, but at the same time, there's no stress involved. It
Yeah.
allows me, the host, to get to know others on a personal level. It allows my guests to really cut loose, relax, and be able to share the things they want to share. And that's the way I want to continue trying to run it. The reason why I didn't send you a script of questions I'm going to ask you is because I wanted this to feel more like a conversation. I didn't want
Oh
to
yeah.
sit here and just drill you with interview questions and make this boring.
Oh yeah. Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, it went very well. Every cardboard and condos that I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna have little footnotes, but everything is gonna be all completely authentic. So I definitely think personally, like that's a good route to go is trying to make it more as authentic as possible. That's one thing that I'm gonna personally try to do. I think people like that. I think people like can relate to stuff like that more often than it just being completely scripted.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Scripting things goes a long way. It makes some really good content. But again, stuff like this, it's where you really want to see the other side of whoever you're watching.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, y'all would honestly, the only reason why I have an avatar is one, I don't have a camera. I got this set up so that way someone has something to look at.
Yeah.
And two, I don't have any good backdrops. Like you have your anime posters plus that little bookshelf with figurines and I'm assuming games and DVDs.
Oh yeah, that's all my nerd stuff. There's actually a lot more that way.
But it's something interesting to look at. If I had a camera where you have yours, where you can see me, the backdrop you get is a blank wall, curtains, and my bed.
Only thing that could possibly make it better is yeah, that's also true. Music can help too.
Actually,
Um,
I was going to try to get that started, but my brain blanked and I forgot exactly how to get that to function. But
not
I
knowing
have
that.
learned that the Lo-Fi Girl channel on YouTube, that the biggest known lo-fi streamer, actually says any music that they play can be used DMCA free.
Oh, nice.
So you could quite literally just stream their channel and let it run. Get yourself some good, relaxing music in there.
Now, I think one thing personally, and I hope that people don't mind this, but I think one thing personally, just before we get off, I think every single cardboard condo that I'm gonna do, I think that I'm gonna make it a thing where I drink a little bit during it, just to just to have more of a hey, we're just sitting down, having a beer and chatting. It's one thing I enjoy doing in real life, just sitting down, having a little drink with somebody, not getting plastered. I don't do that. I don't believe in that. But it's nothing wrong with actually having a drink with a buddy.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I need to do. I need the lo-fi music, and then un- slightly over the lo-fi music, I need like a fire crackling because this is the fireside chat.
Oh yeah, that would be cool too. You should get you a bonfire.
Well, that substitutes as my fire for this fireside chat.
There we go. Works for me.
All right. For those of you who came into the stream not knowing who the Hobo Legend is, all of, well, some of his stuff, I don't know if I have all of it, but is right above his wonderful camera here. Here we have Twitter at TheHoboLegend. We have his Twitch handle, TheHoboLegend, and a way to get a hold of him on Discord.
Yep.
Hobo Legend, along with the four numbers, so you can go friend him.
Which I'm always looking to get people to be a part of the nation, help the nation grow strong for Mother Hobo.
Oh no, it looks like Sid made you mastiff merch.
Yes, he did. That's something that we planned out just like 20 minutes ago that we were going to announce tonight.
Nice.
Brand new merch, which I've got to buy that. So I need that. I think one thing that I would like is I really want to get me a custom beanie. I used to like Sid knows this, but I like the reason he always draws me with a beanie is because back in the day you literally would never see me without wearing a beanie. Like I went through beanies like crazy. I used to wear them all the time. And
I was the same way with the light jackets.
I would really like to go back to that, but I'm very, very, very picky. Um Rip Batman beanie. I found it. I don't know where it is, but I found my Batman beanie. Now I had one beanie. Before we get off, one more story. I had one beanie. It was sacred to me, and it was a Tool beanie because Tool's one of my favorite bands, and I had a beanie that said Tool on it. And my ex stole it, and my God, that was literally the most comfortable beanie on the planet. It was so comfortable that when you put it on, you didn't know you were putting it. I wore it out. Like it had a giant hole on the top because I wore it so much. It was literally the most comfortable thing I'd ever worn in my life. And I miss it. If I had the Dragon Balls, I would use one of the wishes to bring back my beanie.
Hey, that's a very
It,
good wish there.
it meant that much to me. That thing was amazing.
Well, everyone be sure, if you're not following the Hobo Legend right now, let's get him to 250 or even higher. Go follow
Yep.
him on Twitch. You can find him on Twitter, and even join his Discord.
Oh yeah. And everybody can DM me. I like personally talking to people, so don't be shy.
And also, he has his own merch. Crit Kit.
Yep.
Well, Sid made sure to put the merch into the chat, and you could easily find a link on his channel. Is there anything you'd like to sign off with?
Um. Hmm. Just everybody have a good night and stay safe.
All right. Well, this has been Fire Eye and the Hobo Legend. We had a wonderful fireside chat, and it's time to say goodnight.
I bid you beautiful people adieu.